All right, so here's another polynomial or another monomial with mixed operations here with exponents. So here we have product rule in the top. We're multiplying those. And we have some power rule going on. We have some quotient rule, right? So this time it's a little different because the power rule is not on the outside of everything. So it's just kind of going to be something that we do in the midst of everything else. So remember that when we have a big fraction like this, each the numerator and the denominator are both grouping symbols, right? So I'm going to do everything in the numerator first, everything in the denominator as well, and then I'll combine them. Okay, so you can do them simultaneously. You can always work within different parentheses simultaneously, right? So here I'm going to multiply these together on top first. So first I'm going to multiply 3 by 5, right? Those are normal numbers, so we just do normal number things. So 3 times 5 is 15, just like it always has been. So don't try to add those because those are not exponents, right? So when we multiply bases, that's when we add the exponents. Like here, we have x times x, right? So we have an invisible 1 here, so we're going to add -2 with +1. So that's going to give me x to the -1, right? -2 plus 1 is -1. So next, I'm going to deal with the y's. Y cubed y cubed times y to the -8th. So we would add those exponents. 3 plus -8 is -5. All right. Okay, now on bottom, in the denominator, we're going to distribute first. So I'm just going to pull this down right here. Distribute, so 4 times -3 is -12. Okay. And so then we're just going to bring the y over. There's no other y to multiply by, so it's just going to be x to the -12th, y to the -2nd, right? All right, so far so good. Now we can finally use our quotient rule because we completed everything or simplified everything in the numerator and denominator. Now we can combine. So let's deal with the x's first. What's bigger, -1 or -12? -1 is bigger, so we're going to bring our x's to the top. So the 15, by the way, is already simplified, so I'm just going to leave that on top. X comes to the top. I'm going to subtract -1 minus -12. So that turns into -1 plus 12, which is +11, right? And that's why you bring them where the bigger exponent is, because that'll help you to stay positive, right? If you go where the smaller number is, you're going to have a negative value. Now with the y's, what's bigger, -5 or -2? -2. So we're going to bring our y's to the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to subtract -2 minus -5, which turns into -2 plus 5, which is +3. And so that's our final answer. Number simplified, positive exponents, and then one of each base. So we started with a bunch of x's and y's. Now we only have one x, one y. We start out with multiple exponents, right, for x and y. Now we just have one exponent for each.